There's something happening inside you when a cat walks into a room full of people and walks straight to you. Not to the loudest person, not to the one calling for it. To you. And if you've ever felt something quiet and private about that moment, this video is specifically about you. Not cat people as a category. You. That's worth a much closer look. So let's start somewhere unexpected. Let's start with what you're like when nobody's watching. First, you were never the one who needed to be chosen. People who bond deeply with cats share something quiet in their emotional profile. Attachment researchers have noticed that people drawn to relationships that feel earned rather than given are consistently pulled toward cats. Because when a cat chooses your lap over every other option in the room, that choice is completely real. And somewhere in your nervous system, you've always understood that a love you had to earn means something a guaranteed one simply doesn't. Second, you have an unusually high tolerance for complexity. Most people don't say this about cat lovers, but you're comfortable with emotional ambiguity. Dogs wear every feeling on the outside. Cats don't. And the person who loves a creature that doesn't constantly broadcast its inner state has learned that love doesn't always announce itself loudly. That a cat sitting quietly across the room, simply choosing to be near you, is saying something. Most people miss that entirely. You never did. Third, you understand what it means to be truly chosen. There's a feeling cat lovers know that almost nobody else does. A cat settling into your lap without any invitation, on its own terms, deciding you are where it wants to be. A cat has no social obligation to comfort you, no training telling it to stay. Yet when it comes anyway, it's a completely free, completely honest choice. Research published in Current Biology confirmed that cats form genuine social attachments to their owners, not just transactional ones based on food. They seek you out because something in them has decided you're safe. And being chosen by something with no reason to choose you might be the purest form of acceptance there is. Fourth, you process everything inward, and you always have. Cat people tend to feel things deeply before they name them. That they've probably been told at some point they're too sensitive, too quiet, too much. And cats match that frequency almost perfectly. A cat doesn't need you to perform. It will sit with you in complete silence for an hour and find that entirely sufficient. For someone whose inner world has always been louder than their outer one, that kind of companionship isn't just comfortable. It's a genuine relief. Fifth, the cat is showing you something about yourself. Some people are drawn to cats because cats are self-sufficient. And if that's you, it's worth getting curious about what that's actually about. Because loving a cat means closeness without losing yourself. For someone who has ever felt swallowed by a relationship, the terms of loving a cat feel like finally being able to breathe. The people who get the most from that awareness are the ones who ask, what would it take for a human relationship to feel this way? The cat, without knowing it, is pointing to something important. Sixth, you've always known how to love something that doesn't stay. You've watched a cat grow old, maybe held one through the end, and you did it again anyway. That is not the behavior of someone who doesn't understand loss. It's someone who decided the love is worth the cost, every single time. That's not reckless. That's a kind of courage most people haven't found a word for yet. You're not excessive for loving your cat the way you do. You just know what it feels like to be accepted by something that had every reason to stay indifferent. And once you've felt that, love with conditions attached starts to feel like a very bad deal.